Hello! So today my idea is to create a brand campaign, a short video for sunglasses. I'm from Barcelona and that's exactly why I picked Etnia for this concept, a sunglasses brand born here too. I tried 3 different ways to turn my AI model into video. 2 of them made my model look like a frozen person who forgot to blink, so here's the one that actually got it right. Let's get into it. So, the model comes from part 1 video. I will leave a link below, and to make this project happen, I need to dress her. How I do that, I explain in full in part 2, also you can find the link in description. My concept for this video, a sunglasses brand, Etnia, doing a promo campaign for social media. First step, I dress the model, full body shot. I found a dress, shoes, socks and the most important, sunglasses. Now, our first move is putting every visual reference into one entry point for the final image. I will drop a link to this whole workflow under the video on my free Patreon, where every one of my workflows lives. Okay, let's get into how this connects. The base face. A green wire runs from the ChatGPT image node where we locked in the model's base front view with the exact skin and hair we want into input image 1 on the final Gemini free node. This guarantees the face and the final image matches our reference exactly. The main outfit. Here, a green wire runs from the dress node holding the reference image of the yellow pleated dress with puffy sleeves into input image 2 on the Gemini free node. The AI reads the texture, color and cut of the dress as a required element. Then, 2 sunglasses reference plus a socks reference send several green wires into inputs image 3, image 4 and image 6 on the Gemini free node. Each input handles its own piece, the glasses style and the socks texture. The purple wire from the big prompt text node holding a detailed description of the angle, lighting, face match and the dress details, connects into the very first top input on the Gemini free node. This text tells the AI how to put every visual input together. And lastly, from the shoes node holding the gold sandals, a green wire runs into input image 5 on the Gemini free node, locking in the final outfit detail. So what happens on screen here? We build a visual concatenator inside the Gemini free node. Instead of relying only on text, we actually feed the AI the real images of every clothing piece and glasses. The Gemini free node reads all of these inputs at once: the text instruction, the reference face, the reference dress, the glasses and the shoes. The output window shows an AI model dressed perfectly in our reference dress, while keeping the exact face we locked in during step 1. This is the safest way to get a result you can count on when dressing an AI model. Okay, next, second step, a simple one. I take my iPad and draw out the storyboard for my idea. I made 8 to 10 frames. In each one, I write down the model scale in the shot and the movement I want her to make. You can skip this step and you can burn through thousands of tokens, of course. If you have got unlimited, go ahead and experiment as much as you like, but I like a practical approach. Now, storyboard's ready. Third step, I write the prompts. Here's the key part. I always make sure the glasses are the main focus. The lens clarity, the gradient on them, the light reflections. And my goal here, a full lookbook, same model, keeping her face, outfit and sunglasses recognizable but changing the pose, scale and angle each time. I wanted around 10 generations out, so I would have something to choose the best ones from. And here's what came out. 10 frames, every one with a different crop and scale, which I love because it matches my concept exactly. Every frame carries a reference of my model in the dress, and this part matters, always with the glasses showing the logo clearly. Skip that reference and the AI just draws its own version of the logo, and I need the logo to stay consistent. Some frames turned out great, some didn't, so I picked the ones that fit my idea for the video best. So let's get into how this connects. Here, from the router node, where the base style is locked in, one stream of data, the green lines, splits off and feeds into every Gemini free generation node after it. This sends one shared visual code, dress, glasses, light, shoes, across the entire grid of frames. In the center of the setup, there is a list node that manages the prompts, split into text blocks with a specific task for each frame. For example, full body, extreme close-up, model touching sunglasses, and etc. Here, purple wires run from each individual text block in the list node, straight into its matching Gemini free node. And from the glasses reference node, green wires pull directly into the frames that focus on the face and sunglasses, so the lens shape, transparency, and most of all, the logo stay sharp. What happens on the screen here? We take one generated look and scaled it into a whole photo shoot. Instead of generating each frame by hand, one at a time, we built a parallel system. The central prompt node hands out individual instruction across the whole grid of Gemini free nodes. Extreme close-ups, medium shots, and full-length shots. And there we have it. The AI generates a whole series of matching frames all at once. The model, outfit, glasses frame, and lighting stay exactly the same across every shot. Only the camera dynamics change. Exactly what you need for a real lookbook or a video edit. My next step, I generate the video. Once the grid of frames is ready and I have picked the best poses and angles, the final move is bringing these images to life. Here I turn static photos into smooth video clips using two key modes in Kling: Kling Video and Kling First and Last Frame. On some frames I use Kling Video, and others Kling First and Last Frame. I keep the prompt short, since the video is only 5 seconds. Write too many actions and the result comes out a mess. So I stick only 2 or 3 movements maximum per generation. I write the exact action I want, the exact facial expression, so the emotion stays roughly the same, and I always tell her to blink, otherwise she comes out looking frozen. And here's the honest part. This isn't always perfect. Sometimes the face breaks, sometimes the dress glitches, sometimes the logo drifts, sometimes the expressions go off. I'm not one of those people who gets it right on the first try. I see tutorials where everyone nails it at first shot, every time. Believe it or not, that's not me. What you see in here is good enough for me to build my video idea around. Honestly, I think everyone who shows a perfect first try is lying to you a little bit. I don't know, am I wrong? Just tell me in comments your opinion. So let's back to Kling Video. How is all connected here? A green wire runs from the chosen frame in the Gemini free node, for example this one shot, I like it, straight into the first frame input on the Kling Video node. A purple wire from a dedicated prompt text block connects into the prompt input on Kling. In this prompt I write this, you can read it here, it's only 2 or 3 movements. It's enough. So how Kling First and Last Frame works here? It's 2 different frames of the same model get pulled from the generation nodes and connected. As example here, you can see on the screen the first frame, the model close-up goes into the first frame input. The second frame, the model face from the ChatGPT images node, goes into the last frame input. Kling works out the natural path between them and it builds a smooth video transition from one pose. The result, you can see, it's not so good, but still I can cut something from my idea. So what you can see here, like I turn a static photo shoot into a full video lookbook. Kling video brings single photos to life. The model starts breathing naturally. You can see her glasses, her blinking eyes, how her yellow dress moves and flows. Kling first and last frame lets you control the pose changing directly. I gave the AI a starting point, and the Kling generates a realistic transition between them. So, and we have it. Every Kling node outputs a finished video clip where the model isn't just standing still. She moves naturally in the frame or shifts smoothly from one pose into the next one. And one more thing, in Weavy here, you can actually preview a rough cut right here of your video clips using the video concatenator node. It stitches your clips together, but that's not my final version, so let's get into the next step. I save the video clips that fit best, and then I move into DaVinci to put it all together. Of course, you can edit wherever works best for you. In DaVinci, I laid every clip out on the timeline, cut what I didn't like, and arranged them in the order I wanted. On a few clips, I adjusted the zoom just to add more movement to the final cut. Then I added a grain overlay on the top of the whole video. The reason for that, it looked way too glossy for me, honestly, and I like it more this way. And there it is. The final video is done. I think it turned out really well. I built this whole concept in 3 hours and spent around 30 hours on it. Now, of course, this is my own concept, my own idea, my own vision. This isn't a client project. When you are working on a paid brief, there is a different set of goals, different rules. That's the whole different level of project. I actually made 2 versions of this video, color and black and white. Me personally, I like the black and white more. So my question, which one do you think is better? Tell me in comments. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. See you in the next one. Bye!